The most disturbing details from the Diddy trial has been leaked. Cassie Ventura has revealed it all. Multiple witnesses in Sean Diddy Combs' sweeping federal SA crimes trial has testified, recalling years of his alleged harm and violence as prosecutors allege he operated a criminal empire from 2004 to 2024. The biggest testimony so far, however, has come from his former girlfriend of more than a decade. In the first week of testimony in Combs' federal SA trial in New York, Cassie, whose real name is Cassie Ventura, described over 4 days on the witness stand a tumultuous relationship with the music mogul that began in her early 20s and lasted on and off for over a decade. As the government's star witness, her responses gave a window into a world centered around paid intimate encounters lasting days and sometimes occurring weekly, known as freak-offs, that she said she was forced to endure under the threat of physical and psychological harm. Cassie said that she felt trapped and that, the freak-offs were so regular, she said they became a job. Much of what Ventura testified to was graphic, from, the intimate acts with male escorts to the violence, including the fights with Combs that left her covered in bruises. She said if she attempted to refuse a freak-off. A very visibly pregnant Ventura also recounted how she said Combs SA'd her on her living room floor in 2018, which of course he has denied. Ventura said it was under the direction of Combs that she would use illegal substances and have mating with male courts, some found on Craigslist, and paid upward of $6,000. Meanwhile, she said Combs' security was around constantly to provide, supplies, including the illegal substances, wrappers, and baby oil. Now, hanging over their relationship, she said, was the fear that Combs might blackmail her with recorded videos of the acts. She said when she was hosting an event in Atlantic City, New Jersey in 2014, someone she was working with said they saw an explicit video of her. She quickly texted Combs and told jurors that any leaked footage would put her career in jeopardy and could ruin everything she worked for. A year prior to that incident, Ventura said she was mortified when she saw Combs watching a very explicit video of her while they flew home on a commercial flight after having attended the Cannes Film Festival in France. Now, she said he pulled up a freak-off video on his laptop that she thought was deleted. She said he was showing them with other people around, and she said, "You are embarrassing me. I was scared. I felt trapped. How do you get out of this situation?" But to fight off his rage, she said she then arranged a freak-off within hours of them landing. Otherwise, he said the videos would have been released. Now, former federal prosecutor for the District of New Jersey, who now practices criminal defense in New York, said Ventura's testimony has been key because if jurors find her to be credible, she helps the prosecution's case that alleges illegally transporting humans did occur by means of force, fraud, and coercion. He continued to say, if she was coerced by violence or threats of violence or blackmail materials into participating in the freak-offs over her objections, then the trial is over. Everything else, which will go on for weeks, will not matter if the jury accepts that she was a credible witness and they believe beyond a reasonable doubt that she was telling the truth when she said, "I didn't want to do these things. He knew I didn't want to do these things, and the only reason I did them was that I was afraid that he would beat me or that he would release the videos." He added that the way Combs' defense team painted him in their opening statements as, a very overly flawed individual prone to violence and jealousy in his relationships was quite striking. He said, "It's one of the strangest trials that we've seen because the prosecution and defense agree about so many of the facts. For everyone asking why Cassie didn't speak up and leave Diddy, ask yourself why you don't speak up when your nail tech does your nails wrong, or why you have trouble telling your friends and family no." That's all I'll say. Follow along, I'm sure I'll be covering all things Diddler, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm your host Ashley. It's been great catching up.